Somebody already got kicked. Dope. Somebody already got kicked. Dope.
Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing cuckoo and get thrown out the conversation. Throw up 2 fingers and tell them please don't keep the drama away. Bye. Donate to the cause and hit the cash app. And if you ain't got it, them likes are free. Go and smash that. BBN, hit that with a hashtag. Sick with the content, come around and need a hazmat. Jack Frost, yeah, you dudes need to back off. You got the work around here, yeah, we all tip our hats off. Keep the same name, that's what you point for. But if you coming back in, put a 2.0. Big bags, and you asking what they heavy for. Foot and ass be going hella crazy with the petty wars. Good conversation, that's what we be really ready for. Good conversation like being on the bottom of a heavy whore. Nah, why niggas be like that? I unsubscribe and tell them, yo, hey, I'll be right back. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing and get the bags. With the force of everything that I have. Say the wrong thing and get the bags. Oh, now you niggas salty and you mad. Niggas say the wrong thing.
Yeah, bags. We just kicked that guy straight out the door. We don't got time for that. We hold those over here. Who the fuck is that dude? Hold on. Can we get bags in the chat? Y'all don't see it, but somebody got hit with bags. Can we get all the bags?
BB, I didn't know I turned the camera on yet. I thought the camera was still off. I was tricked. BBN, Jack Frost, what's up, party people? How's everybody doing today? I'm hoping everybody's here a beautiful day. Okay, first of all, Saloon is open. That's the first thing that I want to say. I want to make sure that everybody knows this. Saloon is open. I've been getting asked a lot about the Saloon. I ran a couple of dry runs lately. I feel confident that we'd be able to put on a productive Saloon in the current forum that we're in. So Saloon is open. Also, I'm saying this in the beginning of the video, during live videos, when people are always complaining that they can't chat during live videos, after 150 likes, the chat will be opened. It will be so everybody can talk as long as you are a subscriber after 150 likes. So if we don't get there, that's on you. That don't got shit to do with me. Anyway, so we're going to be having a conversation today. I want to be extremely clear about what we're going to be talking about tonight. Obviously, the main topic is, obviously we're going to be discussing what the title of the video is about. The car was recently found, that was involved with the Young Dolph shooting. The car was recently found that was involved in the Young Dolph shooting. That's one. We're going to obviously talk about that. But I think that is extremely important that we also discuss Travis Scott's lawyers are trying to get him out of the lawsuit. And they're using some of the same arguments basically that some of the people that bring up in the chat that I say I don't think that this is going to work, and I bring out the various reasons why I believe it's not going to work. The point is, I think they're going to argue what I have been saying, that Travis Scott actually has no control over whether the show stops or not, that's somebody else's decision and not his. I think that's actually what their defense is going to be. And that's basically what I've been saying this whole entire time. Now, with that being said, we're going to do roll call probably about the 7-8 minute mark. Just so y'all know. So that's basically when the show starts. We're going to bullshit from now till then. Okay, so with that being said, hey, yo, check this out. I want to ask y'all a real quick question. I need to know this. I need to understand. When you become a rapper, what's more important? Just because I'm curious. Street cred or how much money you can flaunt? I'm curious. I'm gonna put this in the chat. I'm gonna put this in the chat. Let me put the chat up on the screen. Let's go. I haven't did roll call yet, so that's the only reason why I haven't called anybody's name out. Let me put the chat up on the screen. Let's go. Not most, more. Right? More. Right? Right? Rapper, money. I'm curious, which I think is more important as a rapper, money or street cred. I'm curious. I'm curious. We already got a drop going on over here. It's y'all's. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton pulling up into the saloons. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton with the $10 drop, pulling up into the saloons. Liberty Hazelton walks through the door. It creaks as he pushes it open very slowly. All of the candles still haven't been lit inside, so it's still extremely dim. The lights are low, and it has an orange hue over the brown wood interior. As Liberty Hazelton walks in and he daps up the bouncer who gives him the head nod. His head turns and he can see all of the new finishing. The saloon looks beautiful. All the new marble and the new maple wood. He walks over to the bartender. The bartender says, "How you doing, Mr. Hazelton?" He says, "I'm going over there to the smoking section. Send me some sarsaparillas." Shout out to Liberty Hazelton. BB and West, the smoking section. The saloon is now open. Let's do roll call and get to the show. Shout out to first of all, shout out to BBN Network. BBN Network has opened up the saloon today. People have been asking about it. The saloon is open. Pull up. Shout out to Just 2.0. He says, "I'm the 10th like. I'm here." You're all the way here, Mr. 2.0. Shout out to world famous Peter Method. World famous Peter TV says, "What's up, brother? Hope everything is well with you. Hope everything is fine with you. I know what you do for a living. Be out there, stay safe." Shout out to Liberty Hazelton. Pulled up into the saloon. I said the saloon is open. Liberty Hazelton, first person that pulled up. Salute to Liberty. What up, Mocha? Mocha's in the house. She's dropping all of those floors. Liberty also says, "Whoop, let's go, y'all." Smoking section is open. I want to say a couple of things. I'm going to be as frank as possible. The car was dumped off a couple of blocks away from where the hit was done. You think they just jumped out of the car and walked? I'm just asking. They did the hit, dumped the car a couple of blocks away from where they did the hit. Do you think they just jumped out the car and walked? I'm curious. Do you think they just jumped out the car and walked? World famous says, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll be back in the saloon the next couple of days. I had to take a break from them girls upstairs. All of them girls upstairs. Yo, but hold on. Check this out. You think they just jumped out the car and booked it on foot? Once again, I do not believe that this was just a random situation like XXX Tentacion. As everybody know, a lot of people believe, and I believe, that was just a random situation. That was just a situation that just happened. Boom, bang, it was just bang, bang. They saw him. A couple of them dipped to the store, bought some ski masks. They doubled back. I don't believe that this was that same type of situation for multiple different reasons. The first reason is it wasn't even done for no. They didn't try to rob anyone. XXX Tentacion, they was trying to rob him. They had purpose other than just killing him. They probably didn't even really care to kill XXX Tentacion, to be honest with you. They're just probably trying to really just rob him. But he was just not gonna go so easy. We should have just gave him their shit, gave him his shit. To be honest with you. Shout out to that shit. So they dumped the car shortly, very close to where they killed the man. So that just leads me to believe that you got to believe that this was it. This is a planned thing. This is planned. I'm not saying nobody got paid or something like this, but this had to have been planned. Like I said previously, he told them that when he comes to town, he goes to this cookie shop. You could sit on the cookie shop. You could sit on his crib and follow him. His car is easy to distinguish. He has a very distinctive car. World famous Peter TV says, I think after that it would have done, they would have somebody waiting for them. They jumped the car and jumped into somebody else's whip. That's probably exactly what happened. They drove that car, which was probably stolen, to a spot, hopped out that car, jumped in another car, and sped off. Everybody looking for that white car. For how many days have people been looking for that white car? And it was genius. You know it was even more genius? Leaving the white car close to where you do the fucking problem at. Because the longer you keep the vehicle and the further you drive, the more information you give up. When you drop the damn vehicle a couple of blocks away from where you do the damn crime and disappear, you give away less information. Could have been anybody. Put it in the chat. I want to know what you guys think. Mocha says whoever didn't take their name off the tags, DMV in trouble. If the car was stolen, it don't matter. I'm assuming the car was stolen. I told you that off the rip. 9 times out of 10, the car was stolen. I don't think these dudes did the same thing that these OTF dudes did. Especially right after they got caught, with that being one of the reasons that helped them get caught. Just 2.0 says, why NYPD haven't found the car that was involved in Alpo's murder? No idea. Maybe those guys did something else with the car, burned it up. Who knows? The NYPD. Are we assuming that he was running from a car? That's actually a pretty good question. I can't think about it right now because you making me think about a whole bunch of different questions and it's leading me all the way away from the topic we're discussing. But that's actually a really good question, Just 2.0. Why the NYPD hasn't found the car that was involved with Alpo's murder? I have a bigger question. There's not even an APB out for the car involved in Alpo's murder, right? Did they even tell us what the car looked like? I don't even think there's an APB out. As far as no, they didn't let us know, right? I didn't hear any information being released to the news or to the public or anyone else about what the color of the car, what the make, or anything, right? Photos or anything. Once again, I don't even think they're saying the car was involved in the outpost situation. But in any regard, that's a pretty good question. No, I don't. I don't. Once again, I don't think they're saying the car was involved in the outpost situation. But in any regard, that's a good question. Anyway, let's keep going. Just gonna flash this up there every couple of minutes so people could. Anyone wondering why they can't comment when we get to 150 likes? The chat opens up for everyone. Before 150 likes, the only people that could comment are the green team. That allows for us to have easier conversations and be able to keep the content going. Also, saloon is open. Actually, I should have said it like this. Okay. Yeah, that's more appropriate, right? All right, let's get back to it. Um, I want to talk about this Travis Scott thing. Real quick, put into the chat everybody that could obviously anybody that could actually comment. Put into the chat what you think about them finding that car because I'm just curious. I want to get to the Travis Scott conversation. I think that there's a lot to go with over there. But as far as this car, all we know is that the car was found. It was near an abandoned home. If it was near an abandoned home, then that means that another car could have been parked there while they, drove over there. Everybody hopped out of that car and got into the other car. Another car could have been parked there. What they are gonna most likely be looking inside of this car right here for is, I guess, fibers, any hairs they could find, any DNA. We're gonna assume they're not gonna find any fingerprints of any kind, but they're gonna most likely that's what they're gonna be looking in the vehicle for. I don't know. That's why I said most of the time you burn the damn vehicle up. That prevents any of they can't find any DNA evidence. Also, I'm guessing if they would have burned the vehicle up, then they would have still been able to get away scot-free because there would have been a vehicle burning that would have made all of the emergency response teams go to the burning vehicle, right? But then they would have still had to drive away from the burning vehicle. They could have put it on the timer. That's a little bit too movie-ish, right? It is like too much movie script shit, right? But I don't know. They got away, so I don't know what to tell you about it. Anyway, Just 2.0 said they found the cars that was in the junior case in the Bronx. Once again, I don't know about any car being involved. Why would they need to find the car involved? Yes, they did find the car involved with Junior's case in the Bronx. But we don't even know if there was a car involved with Alpo. They didn't even tell us about any car. What are you talking about? What Alpo car do you know about that they talked about that they're looking for? They have the guy allegedly. Why would they still be looking for the car? Shout out to just 2.0 with the $11 drop. Just 2.0 comes over. First of all, with the just 2.0 might not know or might not know that this is a petty drop because the person before him dropped 10. So just 2.0 comes into the saloons. Also, his comment says, just smoke. James, where you at? He's asking you where you at, James S. Just 2.0 pulls up into the saloon. Just 2.0, that's you, correct? Just 2.0 pulls up into the saloons. He walks through the door. He's enjoying himself. He's being extremely boisterous. He's happy that the saloon is open as he's coming in the door, and he's celebrating, moving very flamboyantly, swinging his arms around. He's screaming out, "Drinks on me!" He goes over to the bar. He slaps the bartender 5. The bartender does not even know what a slap of a 5 is. He gets the drink. He whirls around, and as he's finishing his whirl, he bumps into Liberty Hazelton, knocking Liberty Hazelton over the side of the table because this is a petty drop. Shout out to Just 2.0 with the $11 drop, knocking Liberty Hazelton over the table where his blunt then falls out of his hand and the beer falls onto his head. Just 2.0. Saloon is open. Alright, so as far as the card's concerned, right? To try to get back on track. As far as the card's concerned, this is what I want to say. Just so we can be clear. Since they dropped the car off immediately after the situation, there's no tracks leading nowhere. You understand what I'm saying? Also, since we're assuming that this car was stolen, this car was not one of their cars. They stole this car from somewhere. So there's no way to track the car back to anyone. Even any DNA or anything that they get out of the car, it's going to be from the people that they stole the car from. More likely it's going to be from them. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know what them finding this car is going to give them. I don't know what kind of information, any evidence or anything like that. I don't know. I don't see it. Also, as far as I know, white cars are extremely popular because I think you get a better insurance rate if your car is white. I think your insurance is lower. I know it's like that up here in New York or some shit like that. I don't know if it's like that anywhere else, but I believe that you get better insurance if your car is white. Your insurance is lower or some shit like that. So a lot of people have white cars. Is my point. I don't know. Let me tell you something about this Travis Scott situation real quick. Y'all want to hear about this Travis Scott situation real quick? Hold on, let's end it. Well, how long this 15 minutes? I'm going to let this poll go for 5 more minutes. Let's see if we can get some more votes. We got 43 people. 43 people already voted. Let's see if we can get some more votes in on this vote. The question is, what is more important as a rapper, money or street cred? I want to know what you guys think. Which I think is more important, money or street cred? And the reason why I'm asking this is because rappers seems to be doing the most for street cred. Like, they're just doing the most. Let me explain something to you. In New York City, the NYPD is opening up a police division just for drill music in the Bronx and Brooklyn. Not drill music in general. Not like, oh man, we need to, stop all of this New York City drill music. No. Drill music. Oh, I remember what I was supposed to tell y'all. Remember yesterday I told y'all if y'all get the vote to 50, I'll tell y'all a thing? Y'all didn't get the vote to 50 until way after we stopped discussing it. This is what I was going to tell y'all yesterday. Everybody that was here yesterday, you're about to hear it. All they're going to do is, this special unit is just here to go through all drill music and see what drill music lines up with real crimes. That's it. That's what they're going to be doing. The police have a new squad. There's a drill music squad. They're specifically going to be paying attention to the Bronx and Brooklyn. And they're going to be going through all of y'all lyrics and seeing which lyrics line up to which crimes that were committed. I meant to tell y'all that yesterday, but y'all waited too long to get to 50. Keep telling y'all, y'all better hit the like button. Y'all don't be hitting the like button. You know how many people missed that yesterday? So we're about to see a lot of rappers and a lot of gangs and all of these dudes really start going to jail for real, for real. We're gonna start seeing them go to jail for real, for real. Y'all think Ricos is a big deal now. Yeah, they're getting in Ricos that's only getting like 8, 9 people. What y'all gonna do when them Ricos got 40 and 50 people, and you know there's 5 or 6 of those a year with 60, 70 people, 20, 30 people, 5 and 6 of those a year. What are you gonna do? All because of rap music. So that's how New York City is gonna handle it. And I'm saying that to say this also. Remember, what New York City do, other places tend to copy, especially law enforcement. Policies that they start here in New York City usually get picked up in other places pretty quickly, or people train with New York City officers, or come to New York City to train in some of these programs and then take it back to their city. And this is just a fact. They do that for other countries too. They did that in, I believe, Israel. They came over here some for real, for real. So I don't know if it was Israel though, but other countries do that also. Remember after 9/11, the fucking mayor and our police captain, whatever that dude name is, I forgot what his name, and Giuliani, they was going all over America and all over the world training people how to deal with shit. And now look at Giuliani getting the fucking in court with the damn shit dripping down the side of his face because he in there lying so hard, looking all that unhealthiness. He used to be looking unhealthy. I'm gonna say something real quick, and then I want to get right back to either Travis Scott or the other conversation. Motherfuckers be out here unhealthy, man. We something wrong with us in America, man. We think unhealthy people look healthy. There's so many people walking around looking unhealthy that we think that shit is healthy. And I'm not talking about obese people at this point. I'm not talking about people that might be overweight or anything like that, or whatever you might consider to be overweight. I'm saying people that's just unhealthy. There's a lot of skinny people that's unhealthy as shit. You can see it. This just be unhealthy. They be like, what the fuck? And you be wondering why people nowadays be like, I don't know, 30 years old and they look like they in their 40s. You be looking at them like, what kind of life was you living, homie? Like, I wasn't doing much. Like, really, young lady? You wasn't doing much. Nah, sir, I wasn't doing much. Like, I got you. All of those things. Um, let's get back to it. I want to get to Travis Scott, but I want to make sure that we discuss this call with Young Dolph all the way. I want to say this much, right? Check this out. Check this out. I think the main thing that's gonna really, the only thing that could prove, the only look that they, what up, James S? Hey, James S. Just 2.0. You see his smoking feet. Just 2.0 just called you out a minute ago. Alright, so I was gonna say the only way that they could try to do anything is if they try to tell where the car came from. So maybe they can use their cameras to see where the car came from. Other than that, I don't see them. What the fuck? What could they do? There's nothing they could do. All they could do is try to tell where the car came from. That's it. I don't see no other way them finding this car right here is gonna do them any good. They're gonna look and see what tracks. All the person has to do is, okay. So real quick, for everybody that don't know, if you ever get caught out and you got somebody like an animal or something like that following you or something like that, right? You know what you do? You go get a stick. Like them little trees and shit. You out in the woods somewhere and you think somebody tracking you or something tracking you. You go get like one of them little trees with like a whole bunch of different branches. You break that shit off the side and then you drag that shit behind you. It's gonna disguise your tracks. You understand what I'm saying? It's gonna fuck your tracks up. It's gonna disguise your tracks. So you know how long ago that they disappeared, that nobody even knew that car was there? I don't even think they'd be able to catch the tracks from the car that was there previous. I just told you, that might be helpful. You ever in the woods and you gotta try to get away from something that's tracking your footsteps or some shit, like tracking your footprints or whatever the case is. That might be helpful to somebody. I don't know. Anyway, so they pulled off so many different days ago. They're not even going to be able to track the new tire print. So I doubt they even be able to tell where the car came from. So, like I keep trying to explain people, like in New York City, that's why it's so difficult to get away with some of these big crimes. If you get away with a big crime in New York City, it's just because they wasn't trying to catch you. You got to be super slick because there's cameras everywhere. The safest place to live in New York City if people want to kill you, well, I'm not going to say it like that. Not if people want to kill you. They're going to kill you if they want to kill you. But one of the safest places to live in New York City is anywhere like downtown, in Midtown. It's safe as shit because there's cameras everywhere. There's cameras everywhere. Like, even if something happens to you, don't worry, they're going to find the bastard. He's going to jail all of the years. He is not getting away. He is not getting away. They're going to track him. They're not playing with you. Like, think about just as proof of what I'm speaking on. Think about the other people that was shooting us. There was a couple of shootings that happened on 42nd Street because shootings still happen. There was a couple of shootings that happened at Times Square. They caught all of those guys. There was no way they're not gonna get away. You're not gonna get away. It's just, oh, this is what's going on. Not a problem. All of the jails, all of the jails. You're gonna be in all of the jails. All right, real quick. You're gonna be in all of the jails. People gonna be like, oh man, what happened? We tried to get away. We committed a crime in Midtown. We tried to get away. They followed us home with the cameras. Now we're gonna be in all of the jails. Mocha said, I saw a video of a Brooklyn girl caught on camera committing. Okay, hold on. Let's discuss that real quick. I'll tell you what happened. You just brought up something. We'll discuss that real quick. About a year ago, it was a little bit over a year ago, there was some girl that was, they caught her on camera, just getting out of her car nonchalantly, walking up to some other chick, shooting her in the head, getting in her car and driving off. That girl just got caught in Florida. That's the one you're talking about. They got her dead on camera. So Just 2.0 did this earlier, James S. This is not me trying to stir up any mess. This is just me telling you what happened. He hit Liberty Hazelton with a petty drop. Liberty Hazelton first dropped 10. And then he called you out while he was petty dropping Liberty Hazelton. So I don't know what any of that is about. But I do know that the Cash App is in the chat. I do know the Cash App is in the chat. Other than that, I don't know what all that is about. But that is what Just 2.0 was on. I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah, so she did that. So she's done. It's a wrap. She's done. She's done. She's done. And then that's another thing. Like, I don't know. There's just certain things that I don't like. There's just certain things I think that we just need to start respecting. Look, Just 2.0, he's looking right at you, James S. Somebody allegedly lured that woman to that spot. Allegedly, they're trying to say, yes, they were friends at some point. And from what I hear, the lady that she shot was actually a pretty good woman, and she's a pretty good woman. She's a pretty good person. That's what I heard. I don't know what to tell you. I just heard shit that was in the news, just so we could be clear. I didn't hear from no one. Nobody in that lady's family contacted me or that know that lady personally. I mean, not that I might know somebody that know the lady personally, but nobody that I know that lady personally spoke to me about the lady, is what I'm saying. Just heard you. They say she was a pretty nice person. I don't know what to tell you. James S. with the $12 drop. He said, be careful, Just 2.0. I'm deeper. James S. walks into the saloon. All you see is smoking feet. The door swings open. Boom! The hinges rattle. The bartender, the bouncer just happens to be in the bathroom at this specific moment. Then all you see is you hear footsteps, but all you see is smoke. Nobody knows what's happening. It's smoke everywhere. There's footsteps in the place, and all you hear is smoke. And then you just see feet. You just see feet. The feet make a beeline for the smoking section. Just 2.0 is over there dancing back and forth, singing some kind of ditty. His glass all over Liberty Hazelton. Liberty Hazelton is wet from all of the beer that's in the glass. James S. comes into the door. He goes, he pushes Just 2.0 over the side of the table. Just 2.0 goes over the back of the table like that. His legs flip over like that. Over like that. He falls dead on his face, flat, boom. As he falls into the floor like that, he falls right into where all of the beer was also spilled onto the floor. Just 2.0 flipped over the table by James S. Petty wars have begun. And for anybody that's wondering why they're just pushing each other, it's just $1 more. It's only pushing. James S is just 2.0. We is not here for these shenanigans. James S said he's dipping. Oh, I'm not. I'm just telling you that was this guy called you out. Shout out to James S pulling up. So hold on. The girl's deceased mother said they were once friends. Yeah, so I don't know about all of that. Allegedly they was friends. They be all look. I don't. Okay, so I don't know how y'all feel about. I don't know how I feel about people that walk up and shoot people when they not looking. Like, I don't know. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand this whole code. Like, when you talk about the Wild Wild West, like, there was a code. You shoot somebody in the back, you don't get respect for that. You understand what I'm saying? Not just that, you just not respected. You can't shoot people in the back. You can't shoot people when they not looking. You understand what I'm saying? Like, nobody respect that. But here, people, we respect that nowadays. We respect the guy that runs up on somebody when they got their back turned and shoot them. Those people are treated with reverence. I don't understand it. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to go one way. I don't understand it. Like, people are being held to like great high esteems. They're shooting people when they're not looking. I don't know. We're gonna end this. Shout out to Beer. Beer came in. We're gonna end this. We got 30 minutes with 68 people voted. They shooting and they get a teardrop. Say, I don't understand this. When you tell me somebody ambushed somebody who is just, I'm gonna be clear. Let me make sure that I can explain my point. When you telling me somebody is gangsters or they some kind of in a situation like that and they getting ambushed and they getting shot and killed, that's one thing. You are in that life. You're supposed to be preparing to not get ambushed. You got ambushed. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you just got regular civilians, regular people that ain't even about no shit like that. And you got somebody walk up on them and shoot them in the back of their head. Like, what in the hell? I'm not talking about when gangsters get ambushed. That's part of the job description, right? Gangbanger. You a gangster, you a gangbanger, you something like that. Getting ambushed is kind of part of the job description. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when regular civilians get killed by somebody shooting them when they're not looking. Like, I don't understand how we respect that. I don't see how that's a point of something that we could be cool with. At least I don't know. I don't know. What the fuck do I know? Right? What do I know? I don't know. James S says teardrops, the 80s and 90s people still do that. Oh shit. Just 2.0. Shout out to Just 2.0 with the dub drop. Just 2.0 in all caps says, see your ass next time, you rat bastard. Just 2.0. I'm not sure if this is a petty drop or not, but Just 2.0 gets up. He got his beard dripping all the way down his face. All of his clothes is all bearded up. He looks. All he sees is a cloud of smoke with some feet. He says, shakes his finger. He says, we ain't got time for this. Just 2.0 picks up a chair. He swings around like a pirouette. And then he comes across the back of the smoke. The chair shatters into splinters everywhere. Shout out to Just 2.0. He hit James S. in the back with a chair. The chair shatters into splinters. James S. doubles over like this. You see his arms coming out the side of the smoke. So you see his smoke, but you see arms coming out one side and arms coming out the other side of the smoke like this while he's trying to get his balance. He trips over Liberty Hazelton. Shout out to Just 2.0 with the dub drop. He said something about a rap bastard. Just 2.0 said, I have all the times today. I don't know. This is... Yo, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. This is Just 2.0 is going in. I don't know why. Shout out to Just 2.0. He said he got all of the times today's. Yeah, and they got teardrops in the 80s and 90s. I wonder how people feel about that now. Imagine going to get a job interview, right? Imagine going to a job interview. Fuck you going to a job interview. Imagine you being the person in HR who hires people, and the person comes in and they have a terrible resume. They have a terrible resume, and they got like 6 or 7 fucking teardrops going down their fucking face. You standing there looking at this rap bastard. Oh man, what are you talking about, Moke? I'm over here, I'm chilling. And you standing there looking at this rap bastard. He got tears going all the way down the face. You're like, oh man, I'm gonna have to tell this guy he ain't hired. He got a fucking Rambo knife tattooed on his arm. Like, oh man, I gotta tell this guy he is not hired. I don't know how am I gonna do this. So I asked y'all the question. We had a poll up, said, what is more important as a rapper? What do you guys believe is more important as a rapper, money or street cred? 61% of you said money. I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna want money more than street cred also, because I don't plan on being in the street. I plan on having my home somewhere where the street is not. So I wouldn't need to. The street cred isn't gonna be too helpful to me. I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna be donating to the hood a lot though. So if the streets fuck with me donating to the hood, they gonna fuck with me sooner or later. But I'm definitely going money first. This isn't even a question. You know how many rappers had an incredible street cred and they're broke now? This dude was just having a conversation. Corday was just having a conversation with DJ Academics about that. Hold on. Let me just say this real quick. James S. says, just 2.0, pull up for Petty Wars for Frost's birthday Friday. My birthday's on Thursday, but I guess Friday is my birthday's on Thanksgiving, y'all. My birthday's on Thanksgiving, y'all. My birthday's on Thursday this year. It's on Thanksgiving. I'm gonna be sitting right here eating the fucking rotisserie chicken. I'm gonna be sitting right here eating the rotisserie chicken from the supermarket. Loving it. It's gonna be the best fucking rotisserie. I have not had a rotisserie chicken from the supermarket for a very long time. So it is gonna be the best rotisserie chicken in the history of rotisserie chickens. I'm gonna tell you real quick I'm gonna tell you a real quick funny thing. Yo, check this out. Something you might not know. So I used to date this girl real quick, and we're gonna get right back to the conversation. I used to date this girl, right? Shout out to Maria. You know, we used to cook every fucking Sunday. Every Sunday, it was just me and her. Every Sunday we would cook the biggest fucking meals. Every fucking Sunday used to be we'd cook like beef, like we have like beef ribs, Cornish hens, stuffing, mac and cheese every Sunday. Every Sunday. Every Sunday. Bake a cake every Sunday. I don't think I've ever dated a woman that there's not a part of our relationship that I wish that I was able to take and share it with every other female that I ever was in a serious relationship with. So that's how I look at shit. Like when I like something, I want to share it. Except for my woman. With the exception of her in the vagina. Or any parts of her body. With the exception of that. When I like something, generally speaking, I want to share it. And I think that's why sometimes people think I'm bragging. Never bragging. It's just that if I find something that's good, I want to share. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, yo, something. People be like, you trying to, like, I'm not really trying to do nothing. I'm just, I don't know. Fuck that shit. Anyway, let's go. Let's get back on topic. What we talking about? Can we talk about Travis Scott for a moment? Can we bring up Travis Scott for a moment? I want to bring up Travis Scott for a moment. I want to put a question in the chat first, though. Oh, shit. I hate when I do that. Wait, do you think... Oh... Alright, so I want to ask that question next. Shout out to Angela Simmons. Haven't been posting many of the Icy Queen stuff, our logos and stuff. I've been making a little transition to another with the Icy Queens, but we haven't been posting many. We need to post more. I want to say something real quick as far as with. Let's talk about Travis Scott, if y'all don't mind. Can we get on Travis Scott conversation? For everybody that don't know, this is the title card we had today. We're talking about Young Dolph and Travis Scott. Also, hit that like button when we get to 150 likes. We're opening the chat for everybody to be able to speak. I want to talk about Travis Scott real quick. Pay attention. I believe that his lawyers is about to use the same strategy that I was telling y'all about. His lawyers is about to say that he has no control over over if the show is stopped or not. That's what his lawyers is about to say. Shout out to Gilly. Shout out to the baby also. I like the baby. Hold on. Let me see if Act got it. Okay, so check this out. Act got it. Check this out. Listen. This is the Travis Scott situation. Remember when I told y'all what the only way Travis Scott is going to be able to get out of this? Look, as long as you say that he is a organizer, as long as you say that he is a manager, as long as you say that he is somebody that had authority or power, that means that he has the ability to be able to put the kibosh on it. end it. You understand what I'm saying? If he has all of these positions. What was I telling y'all? They have to argue in the court of law that he actually, those are just figures. Those are just titles. He really doesn't hold any of those positions and he really can't stop shit. If they argue that in the court of law, he's going to be able to get out from under this. Because if they just didn't say he was just caught on stage, he didn't know what to do. He got people telling him that if he don't freaking go perform, he's going to be held liable for the X, Y, and Z. So he got to perform or they're going to sue him. He don't know what to do. So he just kept going with the performance. They're busy telling him in his ear that they got everything under control. He don't. This is what his lawyers should be arguing. This is what I think his lawyers is going to argue. So his lawyers posted, the attorney further explained that the rapper would have to incite, also, just so we could be clear, the other part of that argument is, because they're saying he incited the riot, the other part of that argument is he's not inciting, that he's not, they're also trying to say he incited the riot. That's the other part of the argument. So this is what the lawyer's saying pertaining to that also. Listen. The attorney further explained that the rapper would have had to incite the violence through some sort of direct action. Under this criteria, Scott's reputation, lyrics, past behavior, and legal troubles are not enough to hold up in court, Sullivan said. You can be a very violent person in an area where there is a fight, but not if thrown a punch, he told Yahoo Finance. The law requires him to engage in specific conduct that incites the incident. What did he do at Astroworld that night? That's the question that the courts will be asking, he continued, surmising that Scott likely will be dismissed from the case barring no damning allegations that come to light. Ronzanski said the financial burden most likely will fall on the security company and event promoters like Live Nation and Score More, but expected more lingering, more finger pointing ahead. It's not uncommon for all defendants to start suing each other for identity and contribution if they are found liable. They plan on suing. What did I say? What did I say? They plan on saying we couldn't stop the show. We were being held by financial liability. We were being held. We were not able to stop the show. If we would have stopped the show, we would have been held financially liable for something, that a hit we would not have been able to take. We were being told that everything was being taken care of. We had no idea the severity of the situation. My client went to an after party, damn it. Do you get it? What did I say? Just 2.0 says, look like Key Glock getting out of Memphis. His car's been getting towed out of the city. Yes, Key Glock has been towing his cars out of Memphis. All of them is the same color. Why do they do that? Why do they do that? They always get the cars the same colors. Is there a reason for that? Like, what happens if your first car you get is like accidentally like turquoise? Does that mean every car has to be turquoise? You're like, you're stuck with this color now. You're a rapper. You know they all have to have the same exact color car. No! Like, what the fuck is up with that? It's always got to be the same color? For their projects. And my projects is just gonna look like a damn Benetton ad. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. That's what my damn projects is gonna look like. Liberty Hazelton says, salute to James S. Came in here in my defense when that rat bastard was petty warring me and I wasn't looking. But that's what I told y'all. Didn't I tell y'all that? I'm telling you what they're gonna say. Okay, so this is what the lawyer is doing. You ever had a person give you an excuse before they did the thing? Like, we all know the people. that they know they're gonna fuck you over, they know they're gonna screw you over, so they make an excuse first. They tell you a whole excuse first. So now when they go do the thing that they know that they're gonna do to you, then now they got an excuse because they already created the excuse beforehand. That's what the lawyer's doing by first arguing. Look, my client did not incite a fucking riot. What are y'all talking about? And then on top of that, we would have stopped the show anyway. Boom. I'm trying to tell you, that's where they're going with it. Because that's what I think that's the best angle to take. At the end of the day, he was on stage. He can't say that he didn't see it. He was on stage. He could have stopped the show. So I believe what they're gonna say is that we couldn't stop the show because we had financial liabilities that we would have been hit with that we couldn't absorb. They spoke about it. They said they're gonna handle it. They told them they was gonna handle it. We believed that it was being handled. We did our side of the bargain. It's all of these other guys' fault. Matter of fact, we're suing them too. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole lawsuit too. Could we get in on that shit y'all doing? Porter Crawford is tonight, isn't it? I couldn't watch it if I wanted. Is they on ESPN Plus? I'm just curious. What is Porter Crawford playing on? Just because I'm curious. Porter's about to get. I don't know. Porter's gonna lose, but Porter's gonna lose. It's on ESPN. What is it on? What the fuck is it on? Can somebody tell me what it's on? My birthday is on Thanksgiving this year. My birthday is on Thanksgiving this year. I'm gonna be eating freaking supermarket rotisserie chicken. It's gonna be the best supermarket rotisserie chicken. I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna say something real quick. It's on ESPN Plus. I'm supposed to have ESPN Plus. Okay, first I'm gonna download. I'm supposed to have ESPN Plus because I got that fucking bundle. You know I eat coleslaw now. I never used to like coleslaw. I literally only eat coleslaw because of Kendra. For some reason she liked coleslaw. I don't know why. I gotta get ESPN. I don't know how to get this shit. Let's look at this poll real quick we just took. We got 10 minutes in with 21 votes. Do you think them finding the car is gonna help them find the shooters? If we got any people from the green team that wants to say why you believe it's gonna help them find the shooters, or why you don't believe, anybody that voted from the green team, put your answer down in the comment section. I just don't think it's gonna help them. Just in my opinion, I don't think it's gonna help them catch. I gotta see what they have, because look, it looked like those dudes were smart enough to keep everything covered up, right? It looked like they had gloves on. I guess the only thing you could do is look in the inside of the vehicle, look into the carpet, and see if you could find and see if they might have stepped on some soil or some dirt somewhere, and you could get some fragments of the soil or the dirt inside of the carpet that might not be indigenous to whoever owned the car, like whoever owned the car, and then you might be able to find a location where those people probably was at. But that's way too much forensic shit. That's some fucking CSI shit. You think they doing that? Just 2.0 says, have relative with your same birthday. That chick is, I think that person might just be eccentric. I think you might be looking at that the wrong way, Just 2.0. I think that person might be all of the eccentrics. When you was born on Thanksgivings. Also, I don't know when that person was born. I was born on Thanksgivings. When you was born on Thanksgivings, it just was a gift to the planet. It was a gift to the whole world. To all of the worlds. to the worlds where humans live on, to the worlds where there is no biological organisms, to the worlds that's full of just gas, because there's just a mass of gas, to all the worlds. Mocha says most of us Sag women are crazy for real, for real. I have no idea. I've never dated a Sagittarius woman. I don't think. I mean, I might have, but I don't know. I don't know nothing about signs in the first place. I don't know nothing about that shit. We having a whole different conversation anyway. But y'all can put that in the chat. That's definitely something I might weigh in on as y'all discuss it. Um, um, let's get back to the con. Let's get back to the con. Give me. I need a break real quick. Be right back. I need a break real quick. Be right back. BBN Jack forced me back. So real quick, I just want to say this. So they find the car. That might have been the idea of the people who stole the car. That might have been the idea of the people who did the crime. That's the only reason why I would see why you leave the car right next to where you committed the crime. So that's why I don't think them finding the car is going to help them with their particular investigation. Because I think that you leave the car there so you because you leave the car there because the car can't hurt you. You understand what I'm saying? If the car's a problem, then you take the car somewhere, you burn it. If the car's not a problem, the car can't hurt you. You leave the car close to the place that you limit your the chances of you getting caught with the vehicle. You understand what I'm saying? If the only thing tying you to the scene is the vehicle, you being caught with the vehicle ties you to the scene, you dropping the vehicle off as quickly as possible is in your best interest. So that's why I don't think the car is going to help them catch anybody. But like I said before, maybe they could analyze maybe some fabrics. One of the things that I was trying to point to y'all before, hold on, I'm going to show you something real quick. Remember, this is what I was trying to tell y'all before. This is what I was trying to explain. I said, these guys look like they did, like they was thinking. Obviously, I'm not here trying to promote them getting away. Don't nobody think that. That's that. What the fuck? What the fuck? Where's the? I put it in there, you rat bastard. Okay. Okay, I'm not doing this. Okay, there you go. Boom. All right, so check this out. So remember when I was talking about this shit? I said, yo, look, the only thing I see them mess up was with their shoes. You want to know why? I'm gonna explain to you something that you might not understand. You know what like 90% of dust is in the air? Skin flakes. For everybody that don't know, you know when you go to somebody's crib and they got dust all over everything? You know what most of that is? Skin flakes. The point that I'm trying to make is these dudes didn't cover up their shoes. These are the same shoes they probably wore inside of their actual homes at some point. If anything, that might be a way that they might be able to get caught by them going into the carpets of the vehicle and then trying to match up with some type of fabric or some type of skin flake, DNA, in other words, that they might be able to get from maybe the fabric of the carpet of the car, if the car has any carpeting in it or something like that. But other than that, I don't see how the vehicle is going to help at this point. Other than that, I don't see how the vehicle is going to help at this point. You gotta tell me how the vehicle is going to help. I don't see how the vehicle can help other than that. I'm happy that they found the vehicle though. But like I said before, if you're a smart criminal and you know that you're gonna get away because you haven't left any evidence, one of the things that you want to do is get rid of anything that could identify you as quickly as possible. If they left the vehicle at the scene, if we have nothing else to identify these people with, we literally would need somebody to snitch. So now how do y'all feel about snitches? We literally need somebody to snitch. How do you feel about snitches? Remember, if somebody snitch, they're gonna get killed, right? I mean, well, if somebody snitches, they either gonna you can't snitch, right? How we feel about snitching? We're gonna need somebody to snitch. Just 2.0 says if this was Treyway, 6ix9ine would have been in the car recording from the back seat. You laughing, but you might have been in the car recording from the back seat. But also, Treyway didn't kill nobody. Treyway just beat people up and scared the shit out of everyone. It's a difference. Alright? Treyway just beat people up and scared the shit out of people. Remember, the real Treyway case that had to do with Tekashi had nothing to do with drugs. The real Treyway case that had to do with Tekashi was gang shit that was happening in the street. And they were shooting at each other. That had shit to do with drugs. There was a lot of dudes that got locked up for drugs. That had nothing to do with Tekashi. I'm just saying. I just want to point that out there while we had that opportunity. What up, homie? I keep forgetting that guy can't speak English. So he has to see me waving at him. Hey, so you got to see me waving at him because he doesn't really speak English. I got to learn more languages. Like, not for nothing. Like, us as black Americans, we got to start learning more languages. Yes, just 2.0. It seems like you won the petty war. James S. said, pull up on Thursday. But we could always get 5 to 10 $10 drops at the Cash App. And the saloon is just open. Y'all ask me about the saloon all the time. I open up the saloon. Now what? They was recording. Treyway was recording a lot of their crimes. But there's things that I want to say I'm not going to say. And it's not a Treyway thing, just so we could be clear. It's just a industry thing. It's things that I want to say, but I'm not gonna say. And it's an industry thing. It's not even a Treyway thing, to be honest with you. It's just an industry thing. I think that people just know what to tell you. I just don't think people be on point. I think people don't really know what's going on in the different marketing strategies that's used to propel acts into superstardom. You know, like there's the different things that people use in order to be able to get that energy to propel their act. And I'm not here to bash nobody or criticize nobody's way of doing anything, so I don't want to get into it. Anyway, put it in the chat. Whatever else y'all want to talk about. Yeah. Put it in the chat. Whatever else y'all want to talk about. Shout out to Mocha with the dub drop, with the 1999 drop. She said, "I won." Mocha. Okay, so this is definitely a Petty War drop. Mocha pulls up. Mocha walks into the saloons. As she walks in, she has on one of them very new. It's like she looks like she's coming from like the safari, like the safari woman. Okay, so has anybody saw Cruise? Safari Cruise, Jungle Cruise. Anybody saw Jungle Cruise? anyway, you gotta see that movie. It's funny as shit. Oka comes into the saloon. She has on a nice gown. We're just gonna put it in a regular gown. She comes in the saloon. She looks over to the left. She looks over to her right. She sees James S. All he sees is smoke. And you see smoke, right? But instead of the feet being at the bottom, the feet's at the top because James S. got knocked down. His feet is up like this. So she sees smoke, but the feet's at the top, not at the bottom of the smoke. Liberty Hazleton is knocked over. It's leaning on the chair with his back a little bit hurt. Just 2.0 is standing over the top of them, feeling triumphant. Mocha walks into the place. First, she walks over to the bartender. She curtsies. The bartender bows. The bartender hands her over a shot of Hennessy. Mocha throws it back. Boom, slams it down on the table. The bartender then go hands her bottle of champagne. Mocha says, "I'm gonna take this bottle of champagne upstairs with me." As Mocha's walking upstairs to the stairs, walking over to the stairs to go upstairs, she takes the bottle of champagne and she slams it into the back of the knee of Just 2.0. Just 2.0 leg go like this. And then he does like, when they do like the flip, and he does the whole entire flip and then lands front and face like that onto the floor. Bang! And then when she lands on the floor, Mocha goes and she stands and she just puts her foot on his back and she looks around the whole entire room and she says, "I'm gonna be upstairs and I don't want to see no more shenanigans." Shout out to Mocha. She goes upstairs to the lounge with a bottle of champagne, chilling with the dub drop. Shout out to Mocha pulling up to the saloon. She said, "I won." All of the ones. All right, let's get back to the show. For everybody that don't know, we have this bar. It's called the Saloon, and those are the intros that people get when they do drops. Sometimes people like the Saloon. Shout out to Blizz Lanes. Says y'all talk about the Rittenhouse verdict yet? Come on, let's go. Let's talk about it right now. All right, so check this out. First, what do you think about the Rittenhouse live verdict? Put that into the chat. What do you think about the Rittenhouse verdict? I want to know what you think, Blizz Lanes. I want to know what everybody thinks. But once again, I'm going to explain something to you. See, they have a problem. Do they want to send a 15-year-old kid to jail for double homicide, basically? 2 murders. When everybody knows that he's not supposed to be there in the first place. See, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to tell you what was going on. Pay attention. I'm going to tell you what was going on. He wasn't supposed to shoot nobody, y'all. He was supposed to go out there and be a photo op. He was supposed to be a photo op. He was supposed to be out there. Why you think you see so many pictures of him out there with the gun, pointing, being helpful, doing things? He was supposed to be the photo op. He was supposed to be, this is what our young American boys are supposed to be growing into. It's just shit went left and he ended up shooting and killing 2 people. Because those other guys was being overly aggressive with him, which they were. See, this is the point that people not getting. He's 15 years old. Those dudes were being very aggressive with a 15-year-old with a fucking big ass gun on them. What do you think what was gonna happen? In all fairness, what the fuck do you think what was gonna happen? Blizz Lane says, but if there were any other races, they would have got the death penalty. Races. First of all, just so we could be clear, I 100% agree with you. Okay? I agree with you. I am not disagreeing with you. But the simple fact is this, he was a 15-year-old kid. You know who should really be on trial? His mother. She drove him there. You know who should really be on trial? The person who gave him the gun and allowed him to take the gun to the scene. You know who should really be on trial? The individuals who was there with him and didn't protect him, knowing that he was a freaking teenager, 15-year-old kid with a fucking weapon, a gun. Those are the people who should really be on trial. Do you really want to send that boy to jail away for the rest of his life and he probably did shoot them because he was scared? Now, would they do us the same way? No, they'd screw us over. We already know that. But are we talking about what's right because it's right, or are we talking about what's fair because of what's been done in the past? Because if we're talking about what's fair, what's been done in the past, then yeah, he should be in jail right now. If we going on what's fair because of what's happened previously in America, then yeah, I'm 100 with you. He should be in jail. But if we going with what's right, his mother should have been on trial. Every single adult that put him in that situation should have been on trial. Even if nobody got killed, what the fuck are you talking about? They should have still got in trouble. This is a reason to get in trouble. Okay, what do you think will happen? The black dude, the black militia guys, right? They arrested them for just having the weapons. You know what I'm talking about, right? The black militia guys, the don't fuck with us guys, or whoever those dudes is that was showing up, and the dude was speaking out like crazy, and they was showing up to all of the places, the black militia with all the guns. Yeah, they arrested those guys, and those guys didn't even pull a trigger. So yes, I'm agreeing with you. With as far as fairness is concerned, that boy should be in jail. All of the jails. Yeah. They've done us and many other races way worse. But if we're gonna go with what's right, other people need to be held responsible. When we talk about R. Kelly, if we talk about what's fair, R. Kelly going to jail is fair. If we talk about what's right, R. Kelly needs to go to jail, and so do a whole bunch of other people, right? See, that's the shit about court. That's why Lady Liberty got on shit blindfold holding the damn scale. Remember, not Lady Liberty, the Statue of Liberty, but the Justice chick, the Lady of Justice chick, whatever the fuck she is, that holds the scale. Why you think she got a blindfold on? She got a blindfold on, dude, with a scale. There's a reason for that. Am I upset? I mean, I'm upset as I can be. How do I feel about a 15-year-old that don't even understand the ramifications of his actions going to jail? I feel the same way about any 15-year-old that don't understand the ramifications of their actions going to jail. Do I like when we got our black kids that go out here, they families need the money, they sell some drugs, they get caught up in the system, now they gotta go do 2-3 years because they got caught with some fucking drugs? No, that shit is fucked up. I guess we need to have more lawyers on the benches. I mean, more judges on the benches. I guess we need to have more lawyers in the courts. I guess we need to have more police officers that look like us. I guess we got to start teaching our kids to want to grow up and be lawyers, grow up to be attorneys, grow up to be judges, grow up to be part of the fucking system that everybody is complaining about. If we're not raising our kids to be a part of the system, how are we going to change the system? Stand on the outside and complain? You're not going to change the system by standing on the outside and fucking complaining. So how do I feel about the Rittenhouse verdict? I feel it was supposed to be what happened. Because until we decide that we're going to put ourselves and our children and our families into these institutions where we could then change the way that these institutions work, how we could complain that the institutions is doing what they was geared and programmed to do in the first place. Think about it like this. They say, yo, you can't complain about the president if you don't vote. I don't agree with that, but I do agree that you can't complain about the president if a person comes up that you think should be president and then you don't vote. Then, yeah, don't talk about voting. Because even if there was somebody that you would vote for, you wouldn't vote. But just not voting, I think that's neither here nor there. Okay, I'm getting way off the subject matter. The point I'm trying to make is this. Are we going to talk about what the bigger problem is? The bigger problem is they're able to do this Kyle Rittenhouse thing because we don't got more black judges, because we don't got more black attorneys, because we don't got more black people working inside of the justice system. Why do we don't have more black people working inside of the justice system? We literally raise our kids their whole entire lives to hate the police. We literally raise our kids their whole entire lives to hate attorneys, to hate authority. We're literally raising our kids to making sure that the people who want to keep us oppressed is going to be the only people that are going to have the positions that can be used to oppress us. So you really want to talk about the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict, or do you want to talk about racism? Because the verdict is racism in its purest form. And it doesn't even have anything to do with black people. They're literally allowing this boy to go home because of the idea. The other white people were less because they were defending the black man. Just think about that. So how you feel about the Calvin House shit? I'm not here for it. Personally, it's like I didn't expect no different. I told you he was gonna get off. And I told you people was gonna get upset. And I told y'all don't get angry. I told everybody keep their head. Told you he was gonna get off. Keep your head. First I thought they might put him away. Then as soon as I saw what the judge did, I said this ain't a real trial. Sometimes they have trials where we are in the trial and it's not a real trial. Because no matter what happened, we gonna go to jail. It's not a real trial. Anyway, what else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I'm getting exhausted. Excuse me. I'm getting exhausted. I'm definitely getting tired. Saloon is open if anybody wants to pull up to the saloon. We got about 20 more minutes of the show. Look, look. Isn't this what I was saying? This is Dr. Boyce Watkins. Look what he posted. Same thing I'm saying. What the fuck, man? It's not our fight, man. Mocha says his lawyer said today, if you don't put the defendant on the stand, you lose the trial. He took the chance putting him on the stand. You talking about Cal? No. I think that I think they was already gonna put him on stand. That there's no way that him getting on the stand. He didn't even have to do the fake crying. He didn't have to do the fake crying. There was no way he was gonna put him on the stand and he was gonna get all of those Caucasian people to be like guilty. That wasn't gonna happen. Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. If you think that was gonna happen, I don't know what to tell you. That wasn't gonna happen. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Excuse me. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I'm excited. You could probably tell I'm a little tired over here. I look at it like this. I just didn't think that Cal Rittenhouse. I just didn't think he was gonna get off. I mean, I just didn't think they was gonna find him guilty. I'm sorry. I just didn't see it happening. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Excuse me. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Where the fuck are they at?
When you're a gangster, the old ladies feel comfortable when you're outside. They feel safe when you're outside. The suckers is the ones that shooting these kids. If you're an OG and you're satisfied watching these kids kill each other,
Oh, so they over there tonight. If I knew they was out there, I would have went.
and we ain't celebrating that.
Shout out to Mel Cross out there with my son getting this footage.
It's time for us to take back our communities and establish what gangster is. The gangster is the one who makes you feel protected in your community.
See, but that's what he want. Like my son want. I'm not even gonna. I get what my son is saying. I get what my son is saying. I get what my son is saying. But we don't got those type of people no more. I get what my son is saying though. But we don't got those people no more. You understand what I'm saying? Like we don't got the tough, strong niggas in the hood that care about the neighborhood. We don't got that no more. Everybody out for themselves. Like It's hard for me to explain, but I grew up in the '90s. I grew up in I grew up in the time where you had niggas that was in the hood that protected the hood. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it was just the it was just the person in the hood that if something happened, that was the person that made sure everybody was okay. You understand what I'm saying? That, like, and you had like a lot of like old heads in the hood that's how they carried the hood. You protected the hood. We don't have that no more. But that's what he's calling gangsters. But yeah, like those was like the gangster dudes to us. But that's not what people consider gangsters no more. They consider some other shit. They consider like some other shit gangster shit. The shit niggas consider gangster shit. I don't consider gangster shit. Niggas consider shooting people when they not looking in the head gangster shit. Niggas like real weirdo shit. I would have definitely went out there. I know where they at. I know right where they at. I would have went right over there. And this is what I was telling y'all about. The feds partnered with the local authority NYPD to put together an anti-gun unit focused specifically on Bronx and Brooklyn drill music. Yeah, the morals of the neighborhood is long gone. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, shit is just totally different. And that's why I just can't really vibe with a lot of people. Like, not for nothing, no disrespect intended. But I can't vibe with a lot of people because I just come from a different era. Like, I just come from an era like a lot of this sucker shit niggas do. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you understand? Like, niggas do a lot of sucker shit nowadays. You just be like, I be totally confused. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it a whole stack. Be totally confused. Niggas just be doing weirdo ass sucker shit. And then the part that be confusing me is that it be okay with people. Like, somebody will do some sucker shit. Like, somebody will do some sucker shit, right? And niggas will just turn the other head. Like, niggas will do sucker shit, and the other niggas will just like act like that, like it didn't exist. And I just like, wait, hold on, we didn't. We just all seen that. We all seen that. So I don't get it. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. Um, I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. I'm gonna go. I'm a little exhausted with this particular. With these two subjects, I'm exhausted. Um, Tomorrow morning we just gonna have Sunday service. So the topic is gonna be pretty open. We're just gonna have Sunday service, and I'm kind of exhausted with these topics. We need to find something else to also discuss. I'll make sure I have something on the docket a little bit because I'm getting exhausted with these topics. There's but so much that we can say about these things. Um, there's but so much. I mean, basically half of the shit I'm just telling y'all that I've already kind of figured they was gonna do in the first place, right? Anyway, so we're gonna get up out of here, y'all. Love y'all. Everybody enjoy your night. Like, comment. So if you got anybody still awake in your household, give them a hug. Tell them you love them. You don't never know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Give people their flowers while they still here. Also, when we wake up in the morning, one of the first things we want to do is drink water. One of the best things you could do on an empty stomach is H2O. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification game. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you.